All right, guys, today in front of me from Old Carter, we have their straight rye whiskey batch number 10. This is the latest release of rye from Old Carter. 2,532 bottles were produced. This is a 95.5 rye, so 95% rye, 5% malted barley. Comes in at 116.6 proof. This is the first time getting into this one. Is this the best rye that they've released so far? We're about to find out, guys. Without further ado, let's go. All right, guys, so as I stated, this is a 95.5 rye. Comes in at 116.6 proof. I do not have any age details on the whiskey. I didn't see anything on their page. It only had the states that it was distributed, the amount of bottles, and the proof. Either way, let's go ahead and get in the nose. Yeah, so the first thing that I get is this, there's a lot of really sweet, rich caramel to it, but there's also this like nutty aspect to it too. That's further into the glass. Further away from the glass, I pick up like this rye toast. So not necessarily like the youthful grain portion of it, but the actual rye spices. But just, it almost has like that, like you're smelling a piece of like rye toast. Really nice like richness to it though. And then a little bit further into the glass as well, I actually pick up a little bit of like a char. That could kind of tie into like that rye toast. But it's still, further into the glass is kind of really where this sweetness starts to develop. But I also picked up like a creamy, almost like a creamy mint. Not getting any chocolate. I was going to kind of relate it to like one of those like Andes chocolates. Not getting any kind of chocolate on this one. More like a caramel minty type of note. Yeah, so again, further into the glass, you get a little bit of that nuttiness. There is a lot of like really rich, sweet caramel in there. There is some mint that's there as well. Further away from the glass, a little bit more of that char became present, as well as that rye toast note. But it's just smells like it's going to be dense and it's going to be creamy. Again, this is my first time tasting this, so see what it tastes like, guys. Cheers. Man, the creaminess that I had on the nose, all over the palate. Damn good palate. Some of the flavors are similar, but there's like that, it kind of dried you out for a split second there. Again, just recoats the mouth. Very creamy. The oils kind of just sit around like your gums, insides of your cheeks. So it's very sweet. It has like there's a lot of caramel sweetness to it. There's a lot of vanilla sweetness there on the front of the palate. The rye spices start to kind of develop there on the middle of the palate. Small hint of like a black tea. Some black pepper there that's present as well. Mid to back palate and in through like the finish. Finish kind of lingers on. I still feel it as I'm talking. But it's kind of like bourbony for a rye. Now I do get a little bit of mint there on the back with some of that black pepper. That just started to appear there right now. As it kind of settled down and the finish is kind of lingering on, there's like this minty pepper finish going. It's a long finish. Really nice, guys. Get a second sip. So that sip changed a little bit. So some like nice, rich kind of caramel, vanilla there. That sweetness on the front of the palate, it's there. Mid palate, I start picking up like a little bit of apple, and it's like a burnt apple, kind of like a stew, like a burnt stewed apple almost. Caramel, again, richness, the vanilla on the front, that black pepper, the mint, kind of mingling there on the back. I would say it drinks its proof. It drinks about 116. You know, that's about accurate. I think the rye spice may make it maybe drink a little, like, feel like it's a little bit hotter, but there's not a lot of like rye spice to it. You know, like that first sip, yeah. Second sip, not so much. That kind of died down. Allow for more of those flavors to kind of appear there, like that fruitiness of that apple, that stewed apple. A little bit of that like char, burnt type note there too. And then the finish still just kind of lingering on. Minty, peppery, slowly going down. Man, this is good. This is a really good rye. I've had maybe six of their ryes. I haven't had all of them. But this is a banger right here. Let's get a list up, guys. Cheers. Okay. You ready? A stewed, spicy, burnt caramel apple with a little bit of pepper and mint to finish it off. That's what I get. And it's dense and it's rich, kind of like almost like savory. Just sticks around the palate. Like I said, for a second, like a split second, it dries you out, and then it just comes back and just coats the gums and the cheeks, the tongue, the sides of the palate. Slightest hint of like lemon there. Just now on that third sip, I didn't get it on the first or second one. Stewed, spicy, burnt caramel apple with black pepper and mint on the back end with a long finish. It's freaking delicious. It's delicious. It may be the best rye I've ever had from them, to be honest with you. I remember the majority of them. I want to go back and watch the ones that I reviewed. I think I have 2 at my house. I'm going to go back and taste them along with this one. This is damn good. I am very impressed by this rye right here. I mean, just the finish just continues to linger on, but like, it's very unique. You know, I don't know what they blended or anything like that. Like I said, I don't know the ages of anything that was in here. I don't know if there was a process that they did on this one, but to pick up like a stewed, spicy, burnt caramel apple, you know, black pepper, yeah, mint, yeah, but like picking up some of those fruity notes and a lot of like sweetness that you would get from that you would like extract from like a bourbon. It's definitely a bourbon lover's rye, but it's also a rye lover's rye at the same time. Like, this is absolutely delicious. Damn good bottle here, guys, by Old Carter. So I want to thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Dusty Dan's Whiskey Reviews. Guys, this Old Carter Batch 10 rye right here is an absolute hitter. It's an absolute hitter. Crazy notes that you would pick up on a bourbon, you're actually getting on here, but you're still getting some of those rye flavors as well. You know, you get the caramels and the vanillas up at the front, and then all of it's like a slight hint of lemon, and then that stewed, spicy, burnt caramel apple. There on the center of the palate, rye spices there on the first, maybe second sip. They started to die down. Like I said, it kind of opened up for more of the flavors to develop. And then a black pepper and minty finish. I couldn't ask for more from a rye whiskey here. Great proof point. It drinks its proof, maybe a little hotter because of the rye spices on that first sip. Just dense and rich. Beautiful nose. This is, they did a hell of a job. Mark and Sherry Carter knocked this rye out of the park. Big shout out to you, Old Carter. So guys, if you're looking for more reviews like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell notification to be alerted of any upcoming reviews or live streams. You also find me on Instagram at Dusty Dan's Whiskey Reviews. Until next time, guys, stay dusty.